Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Lagos State. Good morning, Ifako. Welcome to the newspaper review on Ifako Radio, here to the world at 10:30. I am Nado Esther with Media 8.
Good morning, Nigerians. I'm Olanireti.
Today we're bringing you again headlines on what's happening in our country in Lagos State. Follow us as we move. Firstly, I'm starting with the Vanguard. On the Vanguard, we have here NAF to acquire 49 new aircraft by 2026. CAS. NAF to acquire 49 new aircraft by 2026. The Chief of Army Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, has said the Nigerian Air Force will significantly expand its area fleet with the acquisition of 49 state-of-the-art aircraft by the end of 2026. The Air Chief disclosed this at the opening of the 2025 Aircraft Engineering Conference with the theme Enhancing Aircraft Serviceability in the NAF through Strong Maintenance Culture and Strategic Partnership, held at NAF headquarters in Abuja yesterday. He said the 49 aircraft would include 3 CASA 295 transport aircraft, 10 AW109 tracker, Type B helicopters, 4 AH-1Z attack helicopters, and 24 M346 fighter aircraft, all of which are high-tech platforms requiring advanced and sophisticated maintenance procedures. These aircraft are high-tech platforms that require very sophisticated maintenance activities to operate effectively, the CAS said. This is MTA opposed to the CAS, the Chief of Army Staff, Nigerian Air Force. It's seen that they need more aircraft for them to be able to carry out their work. But that's going to be a lot of expenses.
Yeah.
49 for that matter.
Definitely. I hope I didn't hear the voice of the nation. But nevertheless, what matters is the security of lives and property. I want to believe this will manifest in the area of security. It is one thing to acquire these aircraft. It is another thing to materialize into what is expected. The issue of insecurity in the country is something that should be a thing of the past. And if the present government can tackle it, most importantly, the way they are trying to invest in that area, yes, we want to applaud them, but we need results, not just acquiring that aircraft. And at the same time, there must also be due diligence. Talking about acquisition of all these aircraft, this is, I don't want to give us a bad name, but if it is acquired for 1 naira, it should be pronounced as 1 naira. They should not use it to do what it's not. They got that Nigeria. Yes, I'll be starting here with the Nation newspaper. And the headline says, knocks for ex-DP Atiku after dumping PDP for third time. Knocks for ex-DP Atiku after dumping PDP for third time. And the writer says, I left because of irreconcilable differences. Another says that exit is of no effect, says that Marketing. So those are two different positions. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar yesterday dumped the People's Democratic Party PDP for the third time, citing irreconcilable differences with the leadership. Mixed reactions to Atiku's new move by former colleagues and others who reported the timing as and their motivation for the defection. The former Vice President said the party had deviated from the foundational principles which made it a formidable platform. So Atiku has a right to move. It is allowed under law when there are irreconcilable differences, most especially when it has to do with the leaders. This is affecting the party at all levels. We have to be sincere with ourselves. It seems that there is no unity within the party and the center is not holding together. But no doubt there's more to this. There's more to this, most especially when the issue of position is here and there. And the ex-PDP is also interested in pursuing its own ambition further. And when a PDP is not habitable, yes, there's nothing wrong with him to move. But what is alarming about this headline is that it emphasizes that he dumped PDP for the third time. Because yes, he has done it before. Even when he was the VP of the nation, he did it back then. Afterwards, he did it another time, and it has happened again. And I hope we won't be returning to PDP again. I hope this will be.
Well, someone said, Scholar said, it's lovely to affect them, but most of the movement and
Yes, that is the position of Sheyi Makinde, the governor of Oyo State. Yeah, he will definitely say that. But whether we like it or not, Atiku is a big deal. He happened to be a founding father, one of the founding members of the People's Democratic Party. And we cannot say at all times that he moved, there is no effect. It will definitely have effect. There is no two way about it. A lot of people also belong to his camp. The likes of former Senate President Bukola Saraki, former Senator Dino Melaye, and so on and so forth. So it will definitely have effect. But that was just a political statement to say nothing to us. But we shall see if something do there, something will.
Okay, from the Vanguard, I have here 100,000 more youths to benefit from the massive salary bill in California. 100,000 more youths to benefit from the massive salary bill in California. In order to position into Imo State as a global technology powerhouse, Governor Hope Uzodinma has launched Imo Talent Hub.com, African first state-backed digital talent marketplace. The platform connects Imo growing pool of software engineers, data scientists, and designers with employers in global innovation hubs like Lagos, London, Dubai, and Silicon Valley. The initiative is part of the governor's flagship Skill Up Imo program and is developed in partnership with the University of California, Berkeley, and the U.S. Market Access Center. The goal is to place 100,000 trained technology professionals from Imo in a well-paying global role by 2026. The academic and technical foundation of the program is powered by the UC Berkeley Sutaja Center for Entrepreneurship and Technology, whose professors have led sessions on venture funding, either AI and built MVIDIA, powered cloud lab, and newly developed Imo Digital City. A founder development program is also underway, pairing Berkeley certification with venture capital access. This is actually close to the governor of Imo State, trying to bring it into the state and 100,000 benefits. It's really going to help elevate their status, elevate their economy. But these days, the world is going to take. And everyone has to use it.
It is not technology, you're only taking a clip, so you just have to see yourself.
So it's a very good one. It's partnering with the University of California to train 100,000 youths in tech, that better science, software engineering. It's a very good one. Kudos to the government. We other governments can also take steps to.
Yes, that's a laudable one. But no doubt Lagos is taking the lead as we speak at the moment about the 16 of the youths in Canada. Just on leadership application skill, which is a good one. And to know that this is coming from Imo, yes, kudos to the government. I hope, just like a member of the Lagos State House of Assembly said here while he was there, I think that was last week, he said, when you make the son of nobody, son of somebody, that is all we're talking about. That is what governance should be all about. And in turn, it will also affect the state positively because they'll be practicing their whatever there, and they can also make the best use of the youth that benefits. So it's allowed everyone. Kudos to the governor and kudos to the Imo State government. Moving forward with the Nation newspaper, I have here an headline that says Obasanjo iron out with paper on need for new constitution. Obasanjo iron out with paper on need for new constitution. And the writer says that the Patriots Constitution Summit kicks off. Former Commonwealth Secretary General Chief Emeka Anyanwu and ex-President Olusegun Obasanjo yesterday disagreed on the need for a new constitution. While Anyanwu believes Nigeria needs a new pluralistic constitution, Obasanjo said no such document is perfect and that it is the operators that matter. They spoke in Abuja during the opening of a 3-day emergency national constitutional summit organized by a group of eminent Nigerians operating under the umbrella of the Patriots. I think the position of Ayaku dismissed the 1999 constitution currently in operation as a military imposition from what they got back then, which is still existing. And on the part of Obasanjo said Nigeria rather needs the right operators of the constitution instead of the perfect document. The action, I think the two are right. They only need to find the leverage to stabilize. Yes, I agree with Ayan for him to have said that the 1999 constitution was a military intervention one way or the other. Yes, he's right. But on Obasanjo's part, too, who said that we only needed those that are administratively sound, those that we apply the constitution. Because believe me, there is no perfect constitution anywhere in the world, as long as it is written by man. So man cannot be perfect. That is our nature. But nevertheless, for the former president to say what we need now is for those that handle the constitution, the need for right operators. When we're talking about right operators, the former president was also there at the point in time. Not even the point in time. He was there as the military state and as the civilian president. Talking about perfect operators. Did he also do the need while he was there? Were there no court cases that he didn't give audience to? Were there no rule of law that were ignored at that point, even as a civilian president? But what matters is that we should have a meeting line when it comes to this. They are both needed. But most importantly, our constitution must be respected, whether the new one or the old one. And I will also agree with the fact that there is lacuna. A lot of people already faulted the existing constitution because there are cases in court. Sometimes they cannot place on the left or on the right due to the loophole in the constitution of the nation. If it can be amended, beautiful, but the operators must also be effective enough and adhere to it.
You should trust that because to amend the constitution is not the
Sure.
whole lot.
I agree with you.
For a country, not a nation. Time. You try to come to alignment to know which of them are going to.
I agree with you on that, but if a step needed to be taken, it is better late than never. Even if it starts now, we may not get the result for the next 2 years, but at least we know that someday they will try to get it.
Okay, still on the vanguard, education, not enforcement, key to tax compliance, FIRS. Abuja, the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, has announced a strategic shift from enforcement to education as a central pillar of its drive to boost tax compliance and enforcement. The move was unveiled by the executive chairman of FIRS, Zach Adedeki, during the 2025 Emerging Taxpayers Group (ETG) tax clinic held in Abuja yesterday. Themed Tax Clinic for Tax Clarity. The event drew hundreds of participants, including small business owners, entrepreneurs, and informal sector operators. Adedeki reaffirmed FIRS commitment to building a people-centered tax administration system, where citizens clearly grasp their tax obligations rights and the value of the contribution to national development. Compliance is no longer a burden, it becomes a civic responsibility, it stated. He said the agency's further reform agenda now included the deployment of digital tools such as tax formats and taxpayer segmentation windows to make tax process more efficient and accessible. A key feature of this event was the interactive support desk where attendees received from the support assistance of FIRS partners and personnel agency. FIRS is trying to bring up tax debt, down to education, several enforcement, to tax compliance, and also make sure everybody complies with tax. Therefore, making an AI generated help assistance and help them to make sure everybody pays tax and more efficient. But that's the one thing I know with this. That's the one issue they have is issuing tax clearance is very difficult. So if they can actually work on that, so while people are paying their taxes, when they need their tax clearance, let it be given to them. It's not them going through fresh stress just to get a tax clearance, and after the long run, they don't end up getting it for what they want to do. So the FIRS agency should work on it, and this that's compliance. It also help the members of the nation trying to pay, also help them complying with tax payments.
Yes, talking about education, sensitization, yes, they need to do more about that. And people also need to know what is a tax payment, what they are paying for, what they are doing with the money. They need to be better sensitized. When people are well informed, at least they want to do the need. And just like you said, they should make it easy for them. It's not a situation whereby you make payment and you want to use your tax there, maybe on project, contract, or students' education, because hardly now we use it to any school. They won't ask for the parents' tax there. And a situation whereby after making payment, you cannot produce, you can edit. Definitely Nigerians will be discouraged. So they can actually do well on that. And yeah, I'll be moving with the punctual newspaper. There's an headline here that says Weeks has caught players in of 6.9 billion naira. Weeks has caught players in of 6.9 billion naira. Former Ekiti State Governor Adele Parache was unwillingly discharged of 6.9 billion fraud charged by the Federal High Court in Lagos. Following the judgment, an emotional Parache broke down outside the courtroom as supporters celebrated the victory. Shortly after the ruling, Parache knelt outside the court premises and thanked God for what he described as a vindication. So I call this victory at last. It's been on that issue for quite some years. In the first year, left and right, times without count, he was picked up by the Environment Financial Crimes Commission. And yes, we definitely celebrate this. And according to the news report here, it says that he knelt outside the court premises. Even there is a portion of the report that says that he was singing, "Winner, oh, winner." I don't know if this was the fact. Yes, it was, as a matter of fact, and when you are victorious in such a situation, is commendable. It's commendable. That is the plus, and no doubt Pache will feel very relieved now, at least, to go about some political moves. I want to believe this would have anchored him to an extent before now. But now that he has gotten this judgment, let's the next step we want to take and how to move.
That's actually a good one, 6.9 million.
Yes.
How many percentage payments? Really well. Okay, next we have still on the vanguard, how both safety measures drove offline by 40% in 3 months. Frontline ride-hailing platform Bolt is constantly reinforcing safety measures on its app to ensure its Nigerian and African riders that negative experiences often associated with ride-hailing business will not be witnessed in the platform. The reassurance came as the tech company shared exciting improvement on its safety strategies at the summit in Lagos, where all stakeholders, including riders, drivers, and the general public, shared experiences and safety knowledge, including how to lead some ugly experiences relating to ride-hailing business in the board. The summit, which followed the dedicated safety press briefing earlier in the day. The event highlighted both ongoing investment in technology, driver education, and platform integrity, while providing a unique platform for open dialogue with riders on safety expectation and shared responsibility in urban mobility. Speaker at the event, Olusegun, General Manager of Bolt Nigeria, said, "At Bolt, safety is not just a feature, it's fundamental to the service we provide. We're constantly investing in tools and partnerships that prioritize the well-being of the users. The Public Safety Summit represents a major step forward in how we engage with our riders. It will be a rider-first platform to listen, learn, and collaborate on new ways to make our service even safer and more responsive. Rider meaning security and accountability." They say Bolt has dropped their offline trip by 40% in 3 months. Try to make the safety measures more convenient and easy. These riders, for most people, what that is, some people don't like with Bolt without Uber due to the safety and security measures. So people come out, they try to example, maybe you book a ride and you come and another thing, and that take you to the place you wanted for, or they try to cause a promotion. So then they're trying to vote and trying to work with, they're trying to build on hints of technology that's going to help track cars and also safety of Nigerians, assuring Nigerians that their safety is very fundamental to them. So then I'll take those to both head on this.
Yes, I think that they also need to train their driver more. And the procedure of getting them recruited, they need to work on it. They need to make it more effective. It is not just a situation whereby they make money for you and they go on their own. We've seen a lot of people lost their lives. There are recorded cases. A lot of people being kidnapped. And as a matter of fact, the high rate on their own part is making all this. This thing is a little to the right, a little to the left. They just have to look at it critically. So, drivers, both drivers and the rest, we want to go offline so as to boycott the court of vote itself. And all these things that do have adverse effects. One on the business, on the nation at large as well, and on the customers in case of unforeseen circumstances. So they all need to find a level to reach to the right, to reach to the left. But most important, they should make it okay. I think even Nigerians need to be sensitized. If any driver is going offline, then don't go with such a driver. Drivers will tell you, can we do this offline? Some are doing that genuinely because they want to make more money. Somebody getting 10,000 naira from the passenger and maybe both taking a cut of 3,000 naira. So the person wants to have what? To ease yourself. Some people will call that a business sense. But for the passenger, it is not safe enough in case of whatever. On the part of both, is the price, is it considerate? These are things everybody needs to critically look into. But what matters is that we have a safe environment. And we must also be able to ride or book a ride wherever we're going without having an accident. I've been moving with the Punch newspaper. The headline says, Lele Mohammed don't speed it before ABC cites hijack by anti-democratic forces. Just like I said, when Atiku spoke, a lot of people will definitely believe it because Atiku is a big deal as far as PDP is concerned. And in the politics of the nation, Atiku is somebody that also matters, whether you like it or not. So I think this came in just this morning. Lele Mohammed don't PDP for ABC cites hijack by anti-democratic forces. The word anti-democratic, for me, it is just that he needed to say something. I think we should doing that. That would have been better. The Social Veteran Journalist and former presidential aspirant Lele Mohammed has announced his resignation from the PDP, citing what he described as the party that hijacked by anti-democratic forces. Mohammed's resignation was contained in a letter dated July 17 today, 2024, addressed to the chairman of PDP Ward 4 in Yembe or one East local government area of Edo State. In the letter, Mohammed stated that the decision takes immediate effect, describing it as a necessary step to uphold democratic principles. Immediate effect. What will he be doing when Atiku has moved? So Atiku moved yesterday, so then they moved today. That is politics. No permanent enemy, no permanent interest. They impressed us. No permanent enemy, no permanent friend, rather. But what we have is a permanent interest, which is now with the ABC. That is politics. Definitely, most of articles are followers. We go with. I tell people that are here to listen that in politics, we have three categories of people. You have your loyalists, you have your supporters, you have your followers. But some people, they are follow. When you go right, they follow. Some are supporters, yes, they may as well go with you. But loyalty is another level. Whether you are here or there, they remain loyal to you. So that is just
lastly on sports, for the punch, I have the WAFCON, coaches back Falcons despite poor display. Despite the worrying performance of the Super Falcons by 2024 WAFCON, some Nigerian coaches believe in Justin Madugu that team are playing in the best way they can to win the 10th continental title for the country. But the Super Falcons booked their place in the last eight of the tournament. They came to spare, but the performance in those games has triggered fear, fans' skepticism about the chances of winning the 10th Falcon title. After a 3-0 win over Tunisia in the first game, the team became less convincing in their second game, a scrappy 1-0 win over Botswana. Thanks to a late goal by Chinwe Dubiozo before playing out a frustrating goalless draw against Algeria in the last game. Ahead of Friday's quarterfinal clash against Zambia, who beat the team in third place playoff. During the 2022 edition, fans and former players have clamored for an improvement in the team's performance, but some coaches don't share the same view. The former assistant coach of the team, Mansour Abdullahi, prompts support for Madugu's approach at the tournament. The performance is not a bad one, I remind Nigerians. You all remember when Maldron was in charge of the team? They didn't even win the WAFCON. So our target is how the Falcons will get something out of this tournament at the night of the point. This is the WAFCON match. The coaches are still backing them despite the quality.
That's expected.
The coaches are still backing them that we can do better. The Nigerians are trying to criticize them that the way they are playing will not come back to the shot.
And that is also expected. You know how Nigerians react now. When they're doing well, they share you up. And when it is the other way, we take it up.
The coaches are backing them that they can do better, that they will do better. The former coach of the night said, even when they were them, they did not hear the topic now and they are in, that they will surely do better. So people survive them. The match so far has been really good.
I think, one, that is what any coach to believe in his team. They selected them, they believe they can do it. And I think you should also be with Super Falcons. You can play football. If you have any time, because your co-women have been wonderfully well there. You can as well. I hope it's not too late. Anyway, let me also take my last story here from the Punch newspaper, and it's also a sport story. Was an unpleasant one. It says ex-Super Eagles coach Monday Singlet dies at 88. Ex-Super Eagles coach Monday Singlet dies at 88. So many deaths this month. So many deaths. Former Super Eagles interim head coach Monday Singlet is dead. Singlet died at the age of 88. His death was confirmed on Wednesday by former Super Eagles goalkeeper Peter Saikida, who played under him at Sharks FC and considered him a mentor. Peter Saikida wrote in a tribute share via Facebook on Wednesday, "Our daddy is gone. What a man. He signed me to play for Sharks, gave me my first match against Niger Tornadoes of Mina. The first day he saw me come to train with Sharks, he said, 'My friend, are you a boxer?'" Anyway, just as I also see you as a potential footballer, it's not your thing. Nevertheless, we want to bid Monday Singlet a good night, a farewell. May God accept him and grant him eternity, and also console the family as well as the loved ones he left behind. This is a big one for Nigeria, but the good thing is that at least he died at 88. It's still very his agent was agent. He was at the time interim Super Eagles coach, national team coach, and he played his team when talking about football game in Nigeria and beyond. So God console the great. So
that's all for today. Thanks for joining us in our newspaper review this morning. We always bring you updates on what's happening. Follow us on all our social media handles on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube. We are everywhere bringing you headlines on Ifako Radio. And I remain Nando Esther.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. I'm Olanireti.